Hi you guys, welcome to Achromatopsia and the saga that is my life. So I know it's been a long, very long while since I've logged on here. I'm just dealing with my crazy life and my hectic schedule. But earlier I was in the shower, I'm brushing my hair right now as we speak. And, I had a lot to think about, and the main reason why, I know I say this in every video, but it's the truth. The main reason why I decided to make this channel is for people that have achromatopsia, but specifically for parents of children who have achromatopsia. Because in the, I don't know, couple years that I've been in a lot of achromatopsia groups on Facebook, I assumed, that everybody in those groups has achromatopsia. But I was wrong. There's actually a lot of people on there that don't have it, but they have children who have this. So I've gone through so many years of reading and hearing parents' comments or questions, and just are them just venting about, their child's situation, or if their child just got diagnosed, and their disappointment or their, I guess, shock of getting this diagnosis, and them just, venting about how they feel about it, and how they're they feel so bad that their child's never going to be able to do this, or their child's never going to be able to do that, or get this type of job, or get married, and all these things. And I'm just like, seriously? I don't know. I feel like that response is typical for parents that really don't understand achromatopsia or have a grasp about it. And I'm not judging. I'm just, I wanted to make a channel for people like that so you guys can see my life. And my life by any means is not perfect or cheery or happy, but I have a pretty normal life. You know what I mean? Just because I have my disability doesn't mean, I'm just not going to do anything in life, where I can't take care of myself or be a mom or get married and just, survive in this world. I feel like if anything, having achromatopsia makes us work harder because we don't have a choice. We have to, do things a different way, but we can still do them. You know what I mean? I feel like it's wrong when parents put limitations on children, or you coddle them too much. Because yes, you should be there for your child, to support them, to be there for them, to guide them, to help them. But you also have to let them, have the space where they can make mistakes, where they can find out, what they are capable of doing. And you're never going to give them an opportunity if you're always coddling them and, you know what I mean, just not letting them experience things on their own and figuring it out how to do things, because we don't do things like everybody else. We can still, do them. We just have to do them a little differently sometimes, and that's okay. So anyway, one of the things I've gotten really close to this friend of mine that lives in California. I live in Texas, and over this past year, I feel like we have gotten really close because she also has achromatopsia, and I personally feel like I am very lucky in a sense because I have older siblings that also have achromatopsia. So we get to, talk to each other about our challenges, just vent about situations, or just, I get a lot of guidance from my older siblings because obviously they've lived through this. They've been through situations, especially when it came to school, or, when they were in their 20s, or when it came to driving, or when it just came to dating, or just anything in general. I'm really lucky that I got, their perspective on how they dealt with situations. So in a sense, I'm really lucky. But anyway, so I've gotten real close to this friend of mine, and we've been talking a lot. Sorry. We've been talking a lot about, the way people react to us telling them that we're legally blind, partially sighted, or, letting people know, oh yes, we have this eye condition. It's called achromatopsia. And when you explain it to them, they really don't get it. And I mean, I've been doing it for so many years. I have gotten better at advocating for myself as an adult than obviously I did as a child, or, in high school. It's just what I still get really irritated about, I guess it's people's, I guess the way they respond to it, because I feel like the world has this mindset of everything is very white and black. You're either blind or you're not blind. There's no such thing as there being a middle ground. No way. People have no idea that there is a huge vision spectrum out there. And they can't even wrap their brain around the fact that while I am legally blind, I also do have vision. And, there's some things I can't see, but there's also a lot of things I can see. So you know what I mean? It's I don't know, it's hard describing the way I see to a normal sighted person, because you guys can never understand. Just like I could never understand, the way you guys see. So I don't know. I get frustrated because I feel like with some people, it's you're either, oh, excuse me, should I say me? I'm either too blind to function, or I'm not blind enough and I shouldn't call myself disabled or referred to myself as handicapped or disabled because I clearly look normal. Like, I don't look like there's anything wrong with me, which is one of the main reasons why I decided to make this video, because I've been getting a lot of that lately, and it's honestly driving me insane. Like, you would think at this point I'd be used to it, but I just, I don't know, like, what to say. I'm left speechless at how uneducated society is about, you know, disabilities like mine. Like you have to be in a wheelchair and talk funny and look funny in order to be considered handicapped or disabled. And I don't know where society, you know, gets this image from. Like, I just don't get it. And I'm very, 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 very frustrated because I feel like I always have to be defending myself or like having to prove to people or something that I do have a disability, or like defending my blindness, or like the point that I even though I'm legally blind, I can see. Like, I don't know. It's so frustrating. And I know, like, for the people out there that have achromatopsia, I know you guys know what I'm talking about. I know some people don't care and some people just don't talk about it or aren't open about it for exactly that reason. But for me, I feel like achromatopsia is literally a ginormous part of my life. So why would I keep that to myself? Like, I am very good at advocating for myself now. So I do let people know this is what I have. You know, I'm not ashamed of it. I'm not embarrassed of it. If anything, I feel good about, you know, sharing things that I struggle with. And so also to make it easier on me, if there's something I can't see or can't do, I'm letting you know so you don't put an expectation on me and understand that I can't do that. Just like how the world, even my family, they forget that I'm, you know, colorblind. They'll be like, oh, yeah, can you grab me this thing? It's right there next to the purple thing. Or, oh, can you grab me that shirt? It's next to the blue whatever. And I'm just like, really? Really? And they think it's funny and they'll just laugh it off. And I mean, it's not a big deal. It's just, it's very stressful because I don't know about you guys, but I feel like I'm very, very prideful and I'm very independent and I'm very stubborn. So even though the reality of my life is I'm always going to have to depend on people for help. Not with everything, okay? Because I can do a lot. I can do plenty on my own. It's just that for certain things, I have no choice. Like when I go shopping, I have to know the color of things. So I'll ask you once and I will remember. Whether it's my clothing or my children's clothing, I just have this amazing like memory where I will remember what you told me the color of something is just by what the way a shirt looks or the pants look. I will remember. You just tell me once and I will remember. But anyway, so it's just it's frustrating for me to have to constantly be describing what I can and cannot do. Or I was talking to my friend about this earlier. Like the common go-to things that people ask me when I say I'm colorblind. They're like, oh, you're colorblind? You can't see colors? Really? So what color do you see this? I don't know, I'm colorblind. No, I know you're colorblind, but I know what color this is, but what color do you see this? As if being colorblind means we see like a whole different type of colors, or we just see colors differently. I don't know. I don't know. This is what I mean by why I feel like the education system has failed lots of people, because I don't know. Or like, you know, when I go to a doctor's office and I have to fill out paperwork and I'm like ridiculously close to the paperwork, or, you know, nowadays they have tablets everywhere. I'm like this close to a tablet trying to read it. And they're like, oh, sweetie, did you forget your glasses? And I'm like, no, I don't use glasses. Well, it looks like you need them. It's like, excuse me, ma'am, did I ask for your opinion? And, you know, a lot of times I'm left to the, you know, to have to be like, oh, you know what, it's because I don't need glasses. It's because I have an eye condition. I just, you know, I can see. It's just a little harder for me. I have to see really close. Really? Well, I have glasses. Do you want to use my glasses? As if, I don't know. I'm sure for those of you out there with achromatopsia, you guys can relate. It's just very, very, very frustrating. And it's like a lot of people out there would never even know that there's anything different about us if we wouldn't even say anything. You know what I mean? Like, we are capable of doing whatever we want, raising kids, cleaning the house, cooking, you know, shopping. We're able to build things. I have a brother who is an amazing handyman, and I have no idea how he was able to do all of these things. And he was self-taught. Like, yes, when my dad was younger back in the day, he learned a lot from my dad, but he like kept it going. And even now, my brother's in his 50s and he's able to build you a house. He's able to do all kinds of electrical work, plumbing work, painting, building, just anything you could think of. He could take apart a radio and put it back together. Like, I could never do something like that. I'm creative in the way where I can, like, I don't know, make a collage of something, or like decorate something. That's where I'm creative in, but not like that. Like, I don't know. So anyway, I guess I'm just venting here, but I wanted to like start a conversation with other fellow acromats out there, or just with any parents out there. I want to let you guys know that you have a support system, okay? If you have any questions about what it is to be me or what it is to see like me, because you guys want to have better perspective, of how your children see, ask me, okay? Don't just assume, because I feel like a lot of people think your children are blinder than they are, and trust me, they are not. Yes, we are very, 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 very light sensitive. And I feel like when you're younger, for some reason, it's like worse. But as you get older, I mean, you're still light sensitive. I know I am. Like, look at my glasses. These are my everyday glasses. Like, you can't even see through them. They're so dark. But I feel like as you get older, you're able just to function easier, like in this type of light. When I was little, this type of light was like blinding for me. But now, as a 36-year-old woman, it's like not a big deal. If I step outside, then it's hard to see. But anyway, I want to be a support system for anybody out there who needs it. If you guys have any questions, or you need some advice on what to do, or if you guys are struggling with something, anything that has to do with achromatopsia, please reach out to anyone, whether it's me or someone else out there that has achromatopsia. Please ask for help. Okay, there's lots of us out there who have tons of advice and experience about, what it is growing up with something like this, because we went through it. And like I said, in my case, it runs in my family. So I have lots of good stories and examples to give you guys on what it is to have achromatopsia. But anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. And if you guys have any suggestions of videos I should make, please let me know. I'd truly appreciate it.